Hi and welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So today I'm here with a little bit of a different video for you. This is actually an Animal Crossing video that I recently filmed because I redid a part of my island and I made it a library, so I thought this would be a good video for this channel. This is probably not something that I'm going to do much of on this channel, but I just thought it kind of fit with the book theme. So this is basically just me terraforming and taking you through what I did. Please ignore the fact that there are easels everywhere because at the time I was actually trying to move all of my rocks. So I had this bit of land that I'd had an ice rink and a Christmas tree farm on over winter, and as soon as the snow went I was like, I think I know what I want to do with this patch of land because I've wanted to do an outdoor library for a while. So I just started by clearing the area and then just building the land up. I'm not actually really a fan of like inside things outdoors. So sometimes I find that outdoor libraries can be a bit hit and miss for me. But I knew that if I made it kind of closed off from the rest of the environment, that it might be more like suited to my style. So I decided that the best way to go about that was to build up the land, and then it would feel like a bit more enclosed off and feel a bit more like a separate room. So that's what I did here. This is basically just me terraforming the rest of the land exactly how I want it, and now I'm catching a balloon and getting a shamrock wand out of it. So I have a lot of built up sections of my island, most of which the villagers can get to and a couple of which are like decorative or for waterfalls. That was just a quick version of my map, but yeah, most of them the villagers can get to, and this one I wanted the villagers to be able to get to. I didn't actually think I'd be able to do this because I wasn't sure how many inclines I still had left, and when I found out that actually I had more than I thought, I only have about 5 inclines maybe. I realised that I could actually make this accessible for the villagers by building it up a level because I wasn't sure how to do it on the ground floor to a way that I would like. So I ended up putting an incline in at the top of this. The villagers don't tend to go up there too much, but when they do it makes it feel really special, and I love seeing the villagers actually explore the parts of my island like this, like the decorative parts of my island. So this is me just shaping some of the outside just to make it look a little bit more natural. I do struggle with cliffs and water sometimes because I do want it to look really natural, and like, not that it was like placed in the game like that originally, but. So this is me just building up a little bit of cliff at the back. My original idea was to have like a waterfall towards the back, coming down into the library or at the back of the library, but I decided against this just because I thought it blocked out the view of the river the lake in the background too much, and I wanted to leave it open a bit. And then I just terraformed this section and went to get an incline because I knew that that was where the incline was going to go. I just thought it'd be a nice like lead down from the incline into the bridge onto the lake and hopefully leave it a little bit more open. So I used the log staircases all over my island with the suspension bridges just to make it look a bit more natural. I had this lake there for a while, and I thought hopefully if I don't block it in too much, this will be a kind of nice overlook of the lake, and the villagers might be encouraged to go up there and across the island and stuff as well. So I then started putting a floor down. I don't really tend to do this a lot, and I did change the floor in the end for a darker one. And then I just use these country fences and the hedges around. I absolutely love the country fences. I use them all over my island, as you can probably see from the background bit in the lake. And the only hedges I use are the holly bushes. They look amazing in winter, but I do like them all year round as well. I just like to have a consistent theme with my island, and that tends to be the country fences kind of decorated around, and then the holly bushes and white flowers. So yeah, I don't really go for this kind of design look with the fake like flooring, and it did take me a while to find one that I liked, because even though I did like this one, it wasn't exactly what I envisaged. So eventually I did manage to find one that I liked more than this. I did put a couple of trees around. I've seen other people do libraries with and without trees, but I really liked the kind of natural look that the trees gave. I also wanted to give some other like built up areas that weren't by the bookcases, because I find that the bookcases are really big, and I thought if I have a few trees around then it won't look so unnatural for the bookcases to be kind of sticking up out of nowhere. I found the trees also just make it look a little bit more natural and not like I'm trying to bring a room outdoors, if that makes sense, just because I didn't really want to go for that look. So then I just went home and collected all of the decorations that I thought I wanted to put on the library. So I went for some bookcases, obviously, and some kind of log furniture, and just a few little kind of decorative bits like plants and things like that, and then I customised them to be the darker colours, just because I thought I usually go for the white versions around my island, and that's kind of the theme that I go for of most things, but I thought with this it would make a little more sense to be like a darker theme. I then just decorated this part so I wouldn't have to worry about fossils spawning over it or anything, and then it took me a while to position these bookcases in the right place because they are half blocks, which I didn't know before then, so it took me a while to get them right. But I wanted this to be like a corner bookcase, so I think this was the best that I got it in the end. And then on the bottom bit I decided to go for like a fireplace and a little seating area, which I really like. Even though this is predominantly a library, I didn't actually end up using that many bookcases in it, just because they are so imposing on the landscape. Then we have a little bit of a study area with this table and some little stools around it, and then I did end up using a chalkboard as well. It's these real like little decorative touches that I feel like make the place. I also hid this chalkboard a little bit behind the tree because I didn't want it to look too like out there or imposing either. So I decided to use this back bit for like another seating area, but with the little log fire in there. And I did definitely make sure that there was like books around the place so it didn't look like I was trying to make something that wasn't a library. I think this is just me offloading some trees and then going to get some more decorations from my house. I did use a lot of like stacks of books, and I went through my inventory a couple of times just to make sure I got everything that I could possibly put in there that would want. So yeah, I made some stacks of books and things like that. So this is me just looking all over my house for spare books that I had, because I think I had like 4 books in my pocket, and I knew that if I could find another one I could make another bookcase. So I also had some like lying around the island because I do really like the book like decorations and the tiny library and things like that. I also went for a few things to try and make it look like a bookshop or a library, such as the umbrella stand and the hanger. I just thought that would give it more of a cosy feeling, and I do really like the details like that. I use a lot of the candles around my island as well. I like the kind of light that they give off, so I have some candles and some lampposts and some of the garden lanterns as well. So I did put a few of those in the library. I also thought that a candle would be perfect in the library. So as I said, I went for like the darker looks for this and also the more natural look. I would say that my island is overall a kind of cottagecore theme. And yeah, as I'd usually go for more the like brighter ones, I went for like the plaid designs and the darker designs on this one, just to make it look a little bit more cozy, I think, and also blended with the natural environment. Like I had the trees there and the fences and the bushes and stuff. I didn't want stuff to look too kind of garish or out of place. So I used some of the fencing along the bottom here, and then I just placed some little lanterns around and some ambient lighting. So yeah, this ended up being like a seating around the fire bit. This was kind of inspired by, I used to have like a classroom before I redesigned this island. I flattened it and then redesigned it a while ago. So I just tried to make this kind of look like a natural seating area, as if it was inside like a bookshop or a library or something. And then I did a similar thing in the back of the island, just put these fences along around the tree. I just added some little details like the candles. The details might have changed a bit actually. I definitely did redesign this bit a few times. I couldn't really figure out where to put the bookcases, so I ended up one kind of in the middle, like half hidden behind the tree. I just thought if I put it at the back it would just block off the view of the lake too much, so I really wanted to leave that kind of open and not hide it by having this kind of structure in front of it. It's me getting another balloon. I really love the ironwood cart, and I felt like it would fit so well in this kind of library theme, so I used one of those as well. So I just put some more like seating areas around this like log fire. And then we had a little corner with a rocking chair and some books in the corner and a little candle. Yeah, I did end up redesigning this a few times just because it didn't look quite right, or I wanted to have like elements elsewhere, so I did move stuff around. What I love about this game is how you can use like the half squares to make it look not so blocky and a little bit more natural, so I tried to do that a little bit with the firewood and the books and things. So it has changed a little bit, and I'll just give you a little walkthrough here. So the floor's definitely changed, some of the elements have moved around, and I've added some kind of decorations. I really loved the flooring, and I actually ended up using it on different parts of my island. Yeah, I think the most things that have changed are basically just the little details, so I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of what it looks like now after I've kind of moved everything around a little bit and added a few more little things. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I know this is a completely different video to what I usually post, and I don't plan on really doing many of these, but I do hope you enjoyed it. This was what my map looked like at the end of it, just to give you a bit of an idea. It didn't really impose too much on the map because I didn't use paths or anything. But yeah, so please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and comment down below, especially if you play Animal Crossing, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos not really like this but still about books. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Bye.